Hey YouTube. So I'm gonna try this whole blogging thing. I've really only done a few of them. Most of them have been really short. While I was at my IUI blogs type of thing. And of course now the boys behind me want to get in on it. So if you hear some funny noises, it's the birds. At any rate, just a little introduction. I'm Melissa. Although probably I only have like 6 or 7 subscribers, so most of you probably do know my real name. But anyways, a little background. Actually, today is February 25th, for the 3 hours. And a year ago today, I was at the doctor's looking at the ultrasound screen, seeing my baby's heartbeat for the first time. Which also turned out to be the last time. That little baby boy ended up being needed in heaven. So, we lost him in March. Ended up having a D&C. At any rate, after all that, we wanted to try again. And so we did, and it wasn't working. So I went to the doctor, and they checked my progesterone and my CD3. No, CD21. I did the CD3 ones too, but the CD21 was the problem. I wasn't ovulating. So they said maybe you should go see an RE because you're older. Age is only a number, people. But anyways, so they sent me to the RE, and so he immediately put me on injectables, straight to injectables. Didn't even try Clomid or any of that. The first cycle was actually, I got a really good response, made a lot of follicles, but big BFN. And, hold on, stand by. Bakari, knock it off. No throwing. No throwing your food. I know you want to play this squirt bottle game, but let mommy do this. Alright, so, what was I saying? Anyways, bottom line, I did a bunch of blood work and everything else, and we found out, number one, my thyroid was elevated, which it had never been before. So, started on levothyroxine or Synthroid, and there's a few other things that was discovered. I have MTHFR, and I also have another clotting problem, factor 5 lead-in. At any rate, I think what the biggest problem for me, at least as far as conceiving it was, turned out to be my thyroid, because I just recently got it down to 0.6 or 0.06, and it originally had been like 4 point something. So I had also put on an incredible amount of weight during and after that first pregnancy. I had quit smoking immediately, and I have stayed quit, which was very difficult, but I did. And so I don't know if it was that and the thyroid and all the hormones and lack thereof, and then the injectables. But at any rate, literally, I must have gained. Sorry, that's my. I must have gained like 40 pounds, something insane like that. I've never been this heavy. And at any rate, fast forward, because I'm already at 4 minutes. I'm now losing some of the weight, which is good. And basically the way I'm doing that is so far is just I'm eating more often. I eat 5 or 6 times a day when I can, even though like there might only be a banana or a yogurt or a Fiber One bar or whatever. I'm eating more often, and it seems to be working. I decided to take a break because I was just emotionally overwhelmed with the trying to conceive and giving myself shots. And I'm a paramedic. I try to like go hide in the ambulance and pull my shots out the cooler and give myself a shot without people knowing. And it's just so. Any of you out there that are TTC, and I know you understand, it's just It's puts a stress on your relationship. It's not easy. But at any rate, fast forward, we decided to take a break for a little while. This will be the third cycle, basically, that was medication free. The last two cycles, the cycle before this and the one here, I felt like I had really good response, that I was finally really ovulating. I'm ovulating a little bit early. It looks like days, I think this time, cycle day 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got positive OPKs on 10 and 11. So I either ovulated on cycle day 11 or cycle day 12, which was this past Saturday or Sunday, but I really think it was Saturday. So, and the same with the cycle before that. I really felt like I was, I felt like I was ovulating. Like I could feel it in my boobs. Like I felt myself ovulate. Like it's just, I guess it just knew. But I did go and get my progesterone level checked this past Friday, and Friday? Yeah, it was Friday. And it was 13.4. All by myself. Well, and the good Lord. But all by myself and the good Lord. I had not been able to get that good of a progesterone level since I was trying to conceive after this last loss. I mean, we're talking, my levels were 3, 4, 5. I think one time I made an 8. I mean, my levels were horrible. And I guess with medication, they should be a 10. And without medication, without medication, they should be a 10 or above. And with medication, they like to have them 15 or above. But that varies with your lab and your office, I guess. But that's what I understand. So 13.4, no meds, that's awesome. It was a great ovulation. In fact, my nurse was like, you could tell she was surprised. She's like, so, Melissa, you definitely ovulated. Like, she was so surprised. So I was really stoked. The only problem with that is that we only managed to baby dance on Thursday, the 17th. And I think Thursday the 16th in the afternoon. And I think that I ovulated on the 18th. So I'm praying that the sperm stuck around and hung out for a couple of days, or at least a day and a half, while they waited for the egg. I'm hoping, praying prayerfully. But so that brings us up to date, kind of to where I am today. I am cycle day 18, getting ready to be 19. I'm like either 6 or 7 DPO, probably 7 DPO. So if this doesn't result in a pregnancy, which I'm really praying it does, I am going to go ahead and go back and try some injectables again, especially since I'm ovulating. The injectables will just help me make more follicles. So that was why I went for my CD21 blood work. So, but I'm just praying that I get to call my RE up and say, hey, listen, thank you, but I don't need you. So anyhow, that about sums it up. I'm still not good at this video thing, but maybe I'll get a little more comfortable. I really have met some amazing people through watching this on YouTube, and you've been both an inspiration and support to me. Ashley, you're crazy. I love you to death. And she got her BFP. That's pretty exciting. TJ, she doesn't really know me too well, but I was following her. She got her BFP. Hannah's still working on hers like I am. I don't know. I feel bad mentioning people because what if I forget people? And Latoya, just recently ran into you. You are going to get your BFP because you got a baby in your belly. She just had her egg transfer. So that today actually. So I'm pretty excited for her. I'm praying for her. I know there's see, I knew I would do this. There's someone else, and I don't. Christina, don't hate me. I'm so bad with names. She just recently suffered a loss, which is sad, and she's going to be getting back on board though too. And I'm believing God to give us all our BFPs. G Maria, I love you to death too. I really do, girl. She just went through a loss. She's gonna get her wish. And Bopa and Bodhi, you all just had the cutest little man. That's just amazing. You're one of part of my inspiration. I'm like, they did it, so can I. And that's about it. I'm already at 10 minutes. I guess a little background about me, just so you know who I am. I'm a paramedic. I live in New York, north of New York City, about an hour and 15 minutes. So close enough to go down to the city and have fun, but far enough away where if I wanted to leave my car unlocked at night, I totally could. We have deer and foxes and turkeys and everything else up here, but I could still go to the mall and everything else. So I'm not like totally in the woods or anything, but it is beautiful. And I've been a paramedic now since 2005. 2004, and I started in EMS as an EMT in 2000, and I love my job. It keeps me grounded. It reminds me of what I have to be grateful for. It's interesting. You get to help people. You get to make a difference sometimes, and I just really love it. Corey, the other half, he manages for a local food restaurant chain. Applebee's, TGI Fridays, Chili's, one of those type of chains. He's a manager there. He's at work now. And I have to work in the morning. And so at any rate, I guess that's all. I really didn't write any notes and get all organized and prepared like I probably should have. So, and again, if I left anyone's name out, please don't feel bad. Carly the Bubble Lush, I don't even know that if you'll end up watching this, but I started the TTC vlog watching because of you. And so that's about it. All you people out there that are waiting for your BFPs, praying for you. And then those that have just gotten them, or wherever you are in the process, definitely have been keeping you guys in my prayers. And I definitely appreciate this outlet, because I was just explaining to another friend, actually it was Ashley today, and I was like, who else can you call or text and say, hey, I got this awesome progesterone level, or I stayed suppressed, or I had a good period. Is there such a thing? You know what I mean? Like all those kinds of things that normal people just look at you and they're like, yeah, okay. All right, I was excited that I didn't have any cysts, that my ovaries all looked good. The last antral follicle count was close to 20, and there was no cysts, and everything looked good. And I remember telling my partner at work, and she is a female, one of them anyways, and she's like, okay, Mel, okay. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, Keelan, like I know you probably don't get it, and I shouldn't expect him to, but you guys do, and I love you for it. And we are now up to 13 minutes, so I'm gonna hush. I'm still learning this thing, so I'm gonna figure out how to shut it down and then upload it. And I'll talk to you all later. I'll probably start testing. Well, we'll see how long I can keep from testing. I would think in theory I should wait until the 3rd. Well, Aunt Fran should be staying away on the 3rd. Like she may have originally planned to visit then, but she's not anymore, I'm hoping. It's entirely possible, though, that I'll look to test later on this coming week, say Thursday-ish, which would be, 12 DPO. Might be safe to test. It's hard not to test, but I also don't want to get into that, testing and seeing the big fat negative and then, letting that negative energy set in my mind. Because I want to have positive energy and know that everything's going to work just as God has intended it to work, that God has got me and God has got you. And that's it. And I'll leave you with that. Talk to you later, guys.